What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge powered by SportsLine. I am your host, Alan Bell, and I tell you what, we have a great show lined up for you this Saturday, and we are not going to waste any time with it. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday. Nice 3-2 day. Not too bad. You know what? Hey, we'll take it. Little 60%. Move on to the next one. So let's bring in the stars of the show and look at the squad. Micah Roberts, how we doing, buddy?
Doing excellent. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to everybody's selections here. They make some money today. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Jay Smooth, the machine. How we doing, bro?
Good morning, AB. Always like the Saturday morning crew. This is always such a fun one. Saturday is such a great day for college basketball. Over 140 games today, so I should have a bunch of picks.
I love it, man. Yeah, Saturday brunch. I think it's my favorite show as well. Andrew Gumbus, how we doing, big dog? You doing all right?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Ready to hear what the squad's got to say today.
Yeah, I'm ready to talk a little fighting, man. And M Squared, our man. What's good, bro?
Life is good, man. We got a lot of great sports today. Justin mentioned 143 college basketball games, I believe. An awesome final round of golf on a Saturday, so it doesn't interfere with NFL Sunday. Just a beautiful thing all around today.
You know what? You're exactly right. And I'll tell you what, with our storylines that affect the betting lines for today, Mikey, I want to start with you. Let's talk a little golf, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, this golf tournament, like I said, it's final round on a Saturday instead of a Sunday on CBS here to avoid mixing in with the NFL games. Our boy, Will Zalatoris, who we talked about all week. We bet on him a couple times already this week, bet on him for the tournament here. Zalatoris is crushing in terms of strokes gained off the tee and tee to green on the approach. All of those metrics, but really strokes gained tee to green, 3.5 strokes gained on the field and over 2 full strokes gained on some of the big names like Justin Thomas and John Rahm. If he can figure anything out at all with the putter, he is going to absolutely crush in this spot. But either way, he's got a chance to win it here. He's competed very well at fields this strong. It's going to be a really great finish today on CBS.
I love it, man. Absolutely love it. Now, Jay Smooth, coming over to you, buddy. We've got the Big 12 SEC Challenge, right? Tons of good games on the line today. We got Tennessee, Texas. We've got Kentucky, Kansas. Break it down for us, man. What are we looking for?
Oh, man, what aren't we looking for? So, yeah, if you don't know much about the Big 12 SEC Challenge, it's been going on since 2013, 2014. So it was probably the first time it happened was in late January of 2014. And honestly, the Big 12 has historically won. So if you're wondering which conference is going to be better, it's probably going to be the Big 12. They are ranked as the best conference in the country right now. Big 12 was dominant early. So dominant. They won, I believe, like the first 20 games out of like 30. So, but the last 5 years, it's been a little bit different. The SEC has come on a little bit. SEC actually won 5 of the 9 games last season. So if you're looking into it, Baylor has been maybe the best team in this. So I don't know. Maybe we have maybe a little insight on Baylor coming later, but they should do well today because they're 7-1 in the 8 years they've played.
Yeah, 7-1's not bad. I don't mind writing historicals, as everyone on the show might know. Now, Micah Roberts, coming to you, buddy. All right, former bookmaker. You've been on the other side of the wall here, so to say. What are you seeing? What are you hearing just in regards to the NFL games tomorrow? Any potential line movements, anything out of Las Vegas? What are your thoughts here, man?
Yeah, the one interesting move yesterday was the South Point going to 7.5 on the Chiefs. They've just been loaded with Chiefs money coming in nonstop. Not so much wise guys, but just the general public. It's like a 9-to-1 ratio as far as money, tickets, everything coming in. So they went to 7.5, and within 3 hours, they've got enough money to go back down to 7. But it's still not as much as they have overall on the Chiefs side. So it's something to look forward today. The South Point is a great barometer to see where the market's going because they only use $1.10 flat numbers, no $1.20, no $1.18 like the Euro books use, stuff like that. It's all flat numbers. So when they move, it's because it's the best number in the world. And that's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for to see where that goes because I want some 7.5. I'm not going to talk about how I like the Bengals today. I'm going to just talk about the over. But that's one of the things to look at. And then we have the same thing in the other game, the 3 and the 3.5. That is the most key number in the NFL booking wise. And Sharps are laying the 3, and another sharp group is taking the 3.5. So whenever the book goes back and forth like that, if it lands Rams 3, they're going to get torched. But that's one of the beautiful things about bookmaking, watching the numbers and see where they go. And that's going to be intense.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be a fun next 30 hours or so in the NFL. Now, Andrew, coming to you. All right, so we got some Bellator action here. Now, not expecting any picks just yet, but for someone who, say, has no idea in regards to the card, what's on it, what to expect, what should we see tonight? What are the highlights? Who should we be looking for?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Bellator is another organization similar to the UFC. I would say it's probably the second, if not the third best in the world in terms of talent-wise. Main event, we have Ryan Bader taking on Valentin Moldavsky. Moldavsky is a Fedor Emelianenko prodigy. Ryan Bader was a double champ in Bellator. He was a light heavyweight champ. Now he's just the heavyweight champ. So we have that great main event to look forward to. Benson Henderson, former champ, on the card. Henry Corrales on the card. Darian Caldwell, a lot of good prospects. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's a good way to get the year started for Bellator.
I love it, man. Like, I love how deep that the Early Edge crew is, right? Like, we have every sport in what's going to be an awesome sports weekend. We've got it all covered, and we're going to break that down here in just a second. So let's get into our picks for today. Now, on the SportsLine site play, we're going to go with the Warriors minus 6.5, all right, at home against the Nets. The SportsLine advanced model says the Warriors cover in 67% of simulations. Brooklyn a mere 39% against the spread on the road this season, while Golden State boasts a strong 68% record at home. And we just played the Warriors 2 days ago. Cash for us. It was nice. Grizzlies cash for us last night, too. We're going to ride the Warriors once again. So, that's enough of me talking. Nobody wants to hear that. M Squared, we are coming to you. This is your spot. This is your show. And I believe you might have the most interesting parlay that's ever been put on this show. Talk to us, buddy.
I don't know. Jeweler might have had a more interesting one when he tried to put darts in that didn't actually happen on that day. But
yeah.
We'll start with the parlay first then. It's going to be an Australian Open / NFL combo here. We're going Daniel Medvedev against Rafa Nadal on the money line, and we're pairing it with the Kansas City Chiefs money line. Put those two together, makes it minus 104. This is just a really tough spot for Nadal. I know he's obviously been one of the best tennis players in the world, going for number 21 here. Just a really tough spot for him on a hard court against Medvedev, who is, in my opinion, the best hard court player in the world right now. He is going to really struggle if this thing goes the distance. Nadal has to win the first set. In matches on hard courts at majors like this, Medvedev, when he wins the first set, he is 37-0 in those matches. It is absolutely critical for Nadal to win the first set here. I like Medvedev in the match. I like the Chiefs to win the game. Put those together, minus 104. And then a college basketball play for you. Baylor minus 2.5. It has moved to 3.5 now at this point. I would still play it all the way up to 4. My simulations make them minus 5.5 in this spot. It is the Big 12 SEC Challenge against Alabama. Two very good teams, obviously. Baylor rates for me in the top 5 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Alabama, decent on offense, not so great on defense. I have them rated 75th in the country. But what really is going to come into play here, Alabama likes to play with a little bit quicker pace. That typically isn't going to go well against a team that is so strong defensively like Baylor, who also plays with a little slower tempo and more control. It makes them a little bit more uncomfortable. And then, of course, Baylor has the edge on the offensive glass, second chance points. I like them here as long as you're getting it, like I said, under the 2 full possessions. Take Baylor.
You know, I think you're right. I mean, first off, great pick. Second, I think you're right. Jeweler's dart parlay was absolutely that was the best parlay that this show's ever seen. I 100% agree. Yeah, I step back, but this is a close 2. I like it. All right, Micah Roberts, man, you got 2 plays in the NFL. We've got 2 games in the NFL. Hit us with it, brother. What you got?
Yeah, the first one, the Chiefs and Bengals, we're going to go over. We've seen the Chiefs go over their last 7 games, getting better, playing at their absolute best of the season right now, 42 points each of their last 2 games. I just think we're going to see the Chiefs do their thing, and I do lean to the Bengals a little bit, but I'm not going to try to sell our people on taking the underdog to win outright or cover. Let's just go the safe bet. I think the over. And I think what I've seen with the Bengals covering their last 6 games is every big moment Joe Burrow takes advantage of, and he's destroying secondaries, especially one of them was the Chiefs, Ladarius Sneed. I mean, he got burnt over and over and over again, man coverage, and they kept going with it. I think Burrow's going to do what the Bills should have done last week, is and attack that secondary early and often and make them scramble, and Joe Burrow goes to that next level. I think. I mean, the team hadn't won since 1991, a playoff game, and Joe Burrow comes in. He's won his first 2 playoff games right off the bat. The guy's on a roll. He's doing everything right, and this is the perfect secondary for him to thrash with those great receivers. So I look for the over. I think that's going to happen, even though the Bengals have been playing an under game. But Mahomes and that offense is just going too well right now. It's going to take an outstanding, epic Hall of Fame effort from Joe Burrow to win the game, and I think he can. I think will be his shining moment. But the over, I think, to me, is the safest bet of all. I'm going to go over 54 there, and I also took 3.5 with the 49ers. This is one of those games where I look at it, division rivals, 6 straight wins by the 49ers, covering 5 of those games. And these guys with LaFleur, right, they were with the Redskins 2012, coaching staff, young team, great friends, McVay and Kyle Shanahan. And Kyle's got his number. He knows what he's going to do. So this is a situation where Shanahan is outsmarting him just because of the mental issues that McVay has to deal with, that his buddy knows everything he's going to do. 2nd and 8. Kyle says, I know what you're going to do, Sean. Sean's like, damn, he does know what I'm going to do. And he changes a play. And it's completely different. It sounds funny, but it's really that simple. And I think it's a mental game where McVay's going to be taken out of his game. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. They've been impressive. They've done well, but their only loss is to the 49ers. 2 losses, and absolutely destroyed them offensively. There's the 784 to 543. That was the offensive yards for the 49ers over the Rams. Beat them pretty bad. Stafford, 2 interceptions in each game. Deebo Samuel, Swiss Army knife, pass, touchdown throw, reception, rushing, 4 touchdowns total against the Rams this year. George Kittle does what he wants against that Rams secondary over and over again. Linebackers can't hang with them. It's just a tough team for the Rams to match with. I feel very comfortable taking the 3.5. It's probably going to land on 3. So either way, I feel good taking the 3.5.
Yeah, and you talk about that over in the Bengals-Chiefs game. I mean, you look at the 2 Chiefs playoff games, just them by themselves. Against the Steelers, scored 42 points. Against the Bills, scored 42 points. Like, they're putting points up and consistent. So,
and you know, Alan, that's the thing with them. The Bills should have done that, and they try to get cute with handoffs and stuff when they could have buried that. They could have scored 55, 60 points against the Chiefs there, and they only forced the issue and beating that secondary in the 4th quarter when they had to. And they could have done that all game.
Yep, so true. So true. All right, Andrew, coming to you, buddy. You got 2 plays, Bellator tonight. Talk to us, bro. What do we got?
Yeah, so first off, I'll start with the main event. I mentioned Ryan Bader's fighting Valentin Moldavsky. Moldavsky gets a lot of respect at the betting window. He's a pretty record. He's a Fedor Emelianenko prodigy, but I think Ryan Bader's going to win this fight. He's a heavyweight champ. He was cutting down to light heavyweight to defend his belt. The weight cuts were getting to him. He said he walks around 235, 240. He was cutting all the way down to 205, and I think it was affecting his performance a lot. Now that he's back at heavyweight and he could focus there, I like him in this spot. He has a lot of 5-round experience. He has the wrestling background. And I think this is probably Moldavsky's toughest fight yet. And so I think Bader is an underdog, is a really good spot. And then secondly, another Arizona State wrestler. I like Sullivan Cauley at -190 against Ben Parrish. Parrish, he's a funny nickname. They call him Big Tuna. He's become a fan favorite. In his last fight, he knocked out a -1,000 favorite. Flash knockout 30 seconds into the fight, and he kind of took the world by storm, and I think he's getting a little bit too much love because of that knockout. Cauley's on the quicker side for heavyweight. He should have a significant wrestling advantage here. He should have a cardio advantage, and I like him to get it done.
Nice. I always like the nicknames. Big Tuna, that's a good one, man. I like it a lot. Now, Jay Smooth, look, on Saturdays when I host, you are in the maestro spot. Automatically, I put you in it every single time because you are my dude. So talk to us, man. What do we got today in college basketball?
Thank you, AB. It's a lot of pressure, man. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I got 3 plays. It's always fun. It's a good day to finish it up with how much action we have in college basketball. Well, let's get right to it because I got to give you at least 3. There's another 2 on SportsLine actually, and then there's probably like another 10 on my Twitter for my non-model plays today because like there's so much action. But anyway, I'm going to start with Oakland. You can find this one -10.5. I got it at -11.5, so it's actually moved the other way on me by a full point, but I love it even more now. Oakland is the best team in this conference. They're playing Illinois, Chicago, and I almost can't believe this line is close to 10 like this because Illinois, Chicago just lost to Detroit Mercy by 13 and Wright State by 16, and Oakland is ranked 100 points higher in most rankings than both of those teams, and yet the line isn't at that point. So Illinois, Chicago on the road, really not great. They might be one of the bottom 50 teams in the country right now. They're just playing terribly. Recent play metrics have them ranked around 300th, 310th in the nation. I don't understand this line. -10.5 in my model. I have 15. So go get that. A lot of value there. Then I'm going to go with St. Joseph's. We picked on them the other day and we won. Well, they're getting +11 today against St. Bonaventure's, who we picked against last time and won. So I don't know. I'm going to keep fading St. Bonaventure here. I don't trust them at a -11 rate. I think St. Joe's should be able to get this done. Bonaventure 5-11 against the spread this season. Both these teams just played George Mason and they both lost, but Bonaventure lost by a bigger margin. So I think St. Joseph might have a reason to keep this close. Again, this isn't the same Bonaventure team of old. There might be some bias on how much of a darling they've been to this market in the last couple of years. But yeah, my model has this as a 7.5 point game. So you're getting some good value with +11. And then lastly, I'm going to go VCU Road Warriors against Richmond. They're going on the road. This isn't really much of a road game. These Virginia teams know each other very well. VCU has won most of the last contests, but +3 on the road for a team that's only dropped 1 spread out of the 8 when traveling just seems a little too big. If you can find it 3.5, I love it even more, but +3 should be great here. The last time that these games were at Richmond between VCU and Richmond, VCU won. So yeah, VCU +3 should be solid.
There we go. 3 strong plays coming from my man. I like it. All right, everybody, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's take a look at the recap here. And it's like somewhat glorious. I mean, the picks are great. I'm just talking about, me putting it together. It's not that beautiful, but the picks surely are. M squares on Baylor -2.5 and a parlay of Medvedev money line and Chiefs money line -104. Michael Roberts on the Bengals Chiefs over 54. 49ers +3.5. Jay Smooth, excuse me, is on St. Joe's +11. VCU +3.5. Oakland -11.5. And as he noted, you can find that 10.5 or 11 now, depending on your book. So go find that. Get your best value there. Andrew's on Ryan Bader +180. Sullivan Cauley tonight -190 in Bellator. Our site play, Warriors -6.5. The AB3, look, we have them lined up for tomorrow, and we're going to add one more to it. All right, so we're going to go +170. Warriors money line tonight. All right, so we just need Golden State get the job done tonight. Chiefs money line, Rams money line tomorrow +170. You know what? It's all the damage that we could do for today. Let me say, all right, tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to be live at our normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to go live for an hour before the Bengals and Chiefs game, and we're going to go for an hour before the 49ers at Rams game. I believe, Mikey, what time are those? So it's 2 p.m. Eastern we're going live, and 5:40 Eastern we're going live, I believe. That's right. I'll send out a tweet for the SportsLine account. But yes, an hour before kickoff of each game, we will go for an hour and break down your best bets, total spreads, every single question, every single prop bet, anything you can think of, we are going to break it down. But like I said, it's all the damage we can do for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good day.